Indirect.
There was that little white boy. He was like, apparently. I like to go on the roller coaster, spinning around. Anyway, welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. That was some 2007 era YouTube non-sensory. How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling. It's Friday. It feels like Friday. Thursdays are for like Fridays to me.
Well, I mean, once Thursday is over, it's Friday, right? Like once you get off, like it's Friday.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
501 turn that whole into Friday.
Mm-hmm. Actual facts, but also like, real facts. Real spill. I like that shirt, my brother.
Appreciate it. Side by side.
The youtube.com/Black Rasslin. If you want to know what shirt Brother Fam had on. Mimi was here and then she just dipped out. And I got to make sure Mimi's here before we get into this next endeavor, because we're going to have we got an interesting conversation coming up in a few.
So let's I want to snitch right now.
Snitch.
I want to snitch. Hey Mimi, I'm going to snitch.
Who you snitching on? Who you snitching on?
We had let's pull back the curtain a bit.
Go ahead.
On Wednesdays, look at Blue Chew in the chat.
Whoa! Shout out!
I haven't seen him in a while.
Shout out to Blue Chew.
Hey, young.
What's going on? What it is, right? And we was like, "Nigga, be on time." He was like, "I'm gonna be on time." You 1 minute late, Dapper Daniel.
Clock in.
I'm on time.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good.
Well, I just said that because it sounds nice, but yeah, I'm here.
I understand. Hey, sometimes you just got to put that smile on your face, regardless of how you feeling.
That's right.
I don't get me Tony Soprano on the psychiatrist couch talking in here. Blue Chew, y'all got sponsored? No, I don't think we are ever gonna get sponsored. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I don't. I mean, we've been joking about it since episode 1. Every week, it's maybe another reason.
Hey Corey, come get me on the way out. Come get me, pick me up.
Yeah, Corey.
He probably way up the road already.
Oh, he said he driving.
Yeah, Corey drive a DeLorean to these wrestling events. I hope y'all know.
He got the Air Mags or what's them y'all means?
That is that. Yeah, that is correct. The Air Mags.
People own those.
Yeah, I remember the Air Mags. Listen, that was when your man's brother Math was knee deep in these sneaker streets.
The good old folks.
The good folks over at Soul Food. Shout out to Q. Man, it was a time. It was a time. We was at the ISB International Sneaker Battle. Boy. Shout out to QQ won that joint too. That was the year that the turtle sneakers from Entourage was out.
Oh shit, that's back I'm gonna say back in the day, but that's a minute ago.
Back in the day, yeah, this was a
back when
great
people actually
long time.
The real sneakerheads and not whatever's going on right now.
I can't do roast sparks. This nigga Shannon Sharp keeps talking about you take this pill and everything get hard. I cut it off every time after that.
You don't come up on your timeline
all the time.
I don't see that.
I took the pill. And everything got hard.
Oh,
wait
my
a minute.
We actually, where's my video at? Where's my little clip? Because it's time. We got something special going on right now. One sec. Now, me and Mimi were privy to this conversation before we started recording. Brother Fam and Brother DDM, our special guest popped on early. And I didn't know what was going on because he was drinking out of mug, right? Which ain't a problem. But I said, "What you drinking?" And he says there was some type of teas it was like a mixture of teas going on there. He was getting the chakras aligned. And then I was like, and then he said something about not only is he half Samoan, like he legit. He said I'm cooking a Samoan dish, but
Is it Newports and Hennessy on the stoop?
No, it's definitely King's rolls with icing on top, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
It's something that's gonna be feeling good in your belly, regardless of whatever.
Hey, yo.
Hey, facts and facts.
Why don't you?
Facts
What's
and
wrong
facts.
with you?
Is it wrong?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Why would
Why?
you say that?
Ooh, baby.
You done halfway killed the man. Look at you. You done halfway killed the nigga, and you ain't even got in here yet. You
Well,
gotta
you know
stop
what?
doing that, Cap.
It's gonna take him forever to get here. He in Utah. I'm like, who would think is out in Utah?
None. Carl
Nigga.
Malone.
Is Carmelo still in Utah?
Nah, don't put me. Matter of fact, I apologize. Don't put nobody's name with that nasty nigga.
Don't put
My
nobody's name
apologies.
with
I
that.
hope he left Carl Malone and went back to the backwoods of Wallahoochee,
Man, had to.
wherever he was from.
All that. I was
Is that
gonna
where
say
he's from, Wallahoochee?
something like that.
No,
Something like that.
Hoochie.
Anyway,
He a Hoochie.
the reason we was talking to actually not too long, I guess around Grammy time, the BRP after the Grammys, Mimi shouted this brother out because he was part of the team that got 3 Grammys the night that
Yeah,
Kendrick did the sweep.
I feel like two. But he
17.
gone.
This nigga got 17 Grammys.
I mean, he got 13
70, y'all
nominations.
putting
So
it-
I mean,
That's right.
but I mean, it's
Oh, there
interesting
it is.
because like he ain't the singer. He behind the scenes, putting things together. So I think and plus he's a Sucio boy, so it kind of makes sense to
Oh no, not
Yeah.
them niggas.
have this Joker on here. Welcome to the stage. Without further ado, Utah's own. Nah, he's the Bay Area, but
Stop doing that. Don't do that.
Utah's own
Oh God,
Marty McFlyerThanU.
what's good? Oh my God, that Karl Malone comment killed me.
Nah,
Oh,
we were supposed to just get away from it.
he was trying to Voldemort. You said Voldemort. He should
No,
not be
sir.
named. Yep. We ain't know who that is. I don't know. I had no clue who that nigga is.
No clue.
You the only black person in Utah?
Surprisingly, no. I got here and I thought, whoa, okay, so our Hispanic brothers and sisters is here. Okay, cool. And then, you got to go into Salt Lake, Salt Lake, or this place called West Valley. We're here. I don't know why. I know why I'm here, but
Why are
you Mormon?
Yeah,
Are you
are you
Mormon?
no, why no? Hell no! Shout out to all my Mormon brethren and all them.
Did
I mean,
you
there's
go to
some right
Brigham
there.
Young? Did you go to Brigham Young?
No.
That's crazy.
Nah, I went to Arizona State, but no, I moved here because my wifey's here, so I needed to get out of Cali. Everything was on fire. Had to make a quick move, and then came here. Been stuck.
Wait, you say-
I mean, I'm here. I'm here. I love it here.
Are you saying this was recent though?
Hey, listen.
No, this
if
was
you
2 years
if
ago?
you need help,
22.
blink
Like,
7 times. You keep looking to the side. Blink 7 times. And we will get you out.
Stupid.
oh no, she watching. So I love it. I love it here. I love it here. It's great. No, I've been here almost 3 years though.
I love it here.
That's a damn
And
shame.
stuff. They is treating me good, and I like the food.
You stupid. He got put the. Nah, wait. So is Utah's not where the Grammy winners go?
It is now.
Yeah, right now it is. Yeah. Yes.
I feel like Kanye went to Utah for a little bit. Or was that Montana?
Oh no, he was in Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
that's where. I had to write something about it. Yeah.
There she go. There go wifey in the chat. Hello.
Hey, wifey.
Shout
There
out.
she is.
There you go. Shout out.
How does that feel to be like, yo,
Put the pizzas in the back.
I want a Grammy. What's that like? What's that feeling like? Because that's the pinnacle. I mean, for the recording industry, like to get a Grammy is that's the top. What else could?
I mean, waiting for them to send me because they don't have to give you a trophy, but I'm waiting for. I was promised one, so I'm waiting for that to get here. Been doing this for 15 years. I think last year is when the first 2 came. Got the first 2, and then it was like a damn fever dream because you hear. I was watching. I actually forgot that they were on, and I went to go turn on the TV just to check. Maybe 30 minutes after I turned to it, they did the announcement, and I heard it, and I was like, I didn't process it for like the first day and a half, and then when the phone was blowing up, everybody's called people you don't speak to or hear from calling, relatives I forgot I was related to calling.
Right.
It gets crazy. Yeah, it's just like I know habla English. Like, as soon as they answer,
Right.
It's crazy because you just like sit there like, damn, like, because I tripped and fell into this whole profession. It was a happenstance thing, and then it just turned into a decade plus, and then it happens, and then the wave kind of chills out, and then it's back to work, and you think, okay, I'm gonna be busier. Then you are busier, and then the next year, I feel like it made it worse because like this year, I'm literally like, before it was just, why, if it's probably not gonna happen. If it happens, I'm good.
Right.
I'm great. And then this year, I'm nail biting just the whole time. And then the fact that they was wrong for that this wasn't the ones that was on they do the Grammys before the show.
They've been doing that since the beginning of Black Folk. That's why the hip
Oh
hop
my
was
God.
from the beginning. But wait, I don't mean to cut you off, but you said
No, you good.
You fell into, like, how do you fall into a path where you get a Grammy?
Right.
Okay. So the way that it initially started is I got a background with music. Growing up, one of my mentors, my big brother, he's a DJ, DJ A-Man. He's actually, I think he's director for Clear Channel. So
Okay.
106 KML in the Bay Area, that's where he started. Like, I was passing out flyers in high school so I could go to the super hyphy concerts for free.
Street
and then
team.
got asked, street team. And then got asked to be, and then end up running the street team. Then running the concerts. Like, buyblessed.com. If you see anybody that on the gram and they got them hoodies or sweatshirts that say like blessed on it,
that's you.
Yeah, that's his stuff. Helped come up with that. Young California, that's where I got my start. But he was the person that kind of brought me over. I remember I was interning at KML, and then you just kind of see people just being with him. I was just happy to be there. Get my free tickets. Then I'm making a little money here to host the party. I'm not hosting nothing. I did the guest list, and I'm just sitting there. I get my house liquor and be good to go. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. And then as he started to rise, pause. I don't know if that's Paul, just in case. If he started to rise,
I respect it.
Safety, sorry.
Just in case. Facts. And then as he kind of, he started to, his climb to the top, and then being able to be in these rooms with him, just getting introduced to people. We had a mutual friend who was trying to get a demo. He couldn't figure out how to finish what song. Well, we no longer associate. We'd be nice. We no longer associate, but at the time I was just kind of helping him out with finishing a lyric, or what do you think of this? Ended up helping him restructure the song.
Was the lyric
Fast forward? Never that. No Diddy.
Wow.
Never that. But long enough, like, basically he got his demo, we shopped it out, and apparently like he got a deal from that, and then it would just help him, and then go and help somebody else. And then I got invited to a writer's camp, and I'm like, all right, I'm going. There was actually, at the time, disclaimer, at the time I was single.
Okay.
There was some nice means that, I just wanted to go and see what it was about.
Back in the day. Back in the day.
Back in the day. This was way back when, you know what I'm saying? And one writer's camp led to another, and then when you're there, everybody's starting off together. You don't know. That's what I'm saying. Be cool with everybody you come across, because you don't know where they'll end up and where that could take you. So then it's just, I'm working with this person, just kind of helping out, and then it's like, all right, you got to join a PRO. It's a professional rights organization. It's kind of like SAG, but like for like music. And then joining the PRO, so then that way I can get paid for this. Whole nother topic for how that shit work. But I could get paid for this, and then you think, I could get rich doing this. Like I could be in these rooms with these people. You bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I'm ready to go, and then turns into just working with this person. And then I always got referred back, and I'm one of those people. It's not a clout thing for me. 9 times out of 10, any of the stuff I've ever done, you rarely know who the songwriter is anyway. But for me, I'm not taking hella pictures, like, hey, tag me in this, do this and that. Like I go in, I do my shit, and then I dip out. I'm quiet because that's how you stay busy. The moment you get in there and act like you ain't never been in the room before, people
You ain't in the room
start.
no more.
Yeah, he can get. Whose man's is this? Get him out of here. Like get. So just kind of keeping it quiet, and then through some other people, how I met the people that got me. Shout out, Vic. I appreciate you so much. You changed my life to the wonderful Victoria Monet, Sacramento's own. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One of the people, her Lucky Day. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful, Chris.
Your Rolodex
you
must
know
be
what
crazy.
you know what it is like. Being able to meet these people, it's Flo, what's happening, big dog? You know what I'm saying? Oh God, Sucio boys, shout out to gang, shout
Sucio
out to the
ass niggas.
sponsors. You know what I'm saying? We up.
We not
I'm actually
sponsors.
I'm the tame one. I'm the tame one of the group. I'm just saying. You know what I'm
We
saying?
know. We know.
I'm aware.
We know.
I'm aware.
You in
We
Utah,
know.
you can't be nothing else but you got
But
it.
tamed.
You the one over there.
I know, right? I know. I'm way out. I'm way out here. But lo and behold, Sloan moved to the Bay. I leave home, he go there. But shout out to them. But those people being in those rooms is because I met people. My boy Vito, appreciate you, brother. That's how I got. That was the connection to Chris and
Word.
various other people.
Chris
So
Brown, just so we could. Chris Brown.
yeah, it just feels weird.
Hey
Sorry,
man, when you dropping these names off, cuz you got to put the whole tag
the
on
whole
it.
thing.
You
Sorry,
got to
people
put
sorry.
the whole
I mean,
mustard on it.
I'm used to just addressing.
Right.
See, that's how you
Yeah.
tell. I'm just used to addressing it.
But you
Yeah.
won the Grammy. You
Just
won
so
the
we're
Grammy.
clear,
We know who it is.
Yes.
Chris Brown won them Grammys. It was this nigga was up in the room
Right.
doing the work with him. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's
Like,
right.
just so we're
That's
clear.
right.
Just so we're
Flex. It's okay.
Right, Lex. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how the first one. So Jay started with Jaguar 2. That's what got us them gold trophies or got them gold trophies, and then 11-11 had to do a deluxe because maybe we'll talk about the industry stuff way later because that's a whole nother thing in itself. But yeah, why artists drop deluxe is because you need to be able, if you're trying to make it in the Grammy window, sometimes that's the purpose.
Oh, you're
Most
saying
cases for that deluxe.
well, because that window is
Oh.
what to what. It's a fairly
Short? Is it short?
it's an odd
It's
window.
it's weird. It's an odd window. Like just for when they start doing just the voting process in general, it's like they'll start doing kind of like the submissions, and then it goes through August, and then usually by like November,
Mm-hmm.
who made it. So there's like levels. So anybody that's ever seen me post, because people ask me that all the time, like, did you get it or did you get nominated or not? It's like, no, we made it through to get nominated.
Ah,
Oh, it's
And then
phases.
well,
yeah, it's in
because
phases.
when I was doing work in like covering electronic music and like when EDM was really starting to break into the mainstream, I was trying to educate myself on this stuff, and I think it was around the time when the online submissions, like people, like a lot of this stuff got put on websites and whatnot, and I think because of that, it seemed like a slew of people and artists and labels were submitting. So I mean, you drop an album, but then is the deluxe what to make sure that like, hey, don't forget.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people might. It depends on how you're going about it. Sometimes people might just have some extra songs that might not make the direction of what the next project is, or I wanted it to make the cut for this album, but we couldn't really make it work. Or it could be we got these remixes coming up and we want to do that, or their first album might have missed submissions, or depending on the politics of that, you got to do the deluxe. So then that way, okay, this is technically it's a new joint. There's new tracks on here. We can do this. Now we can extend it out.
That's a lot of music.
Now we can fit.
That's a lot. Can you walk us through the process, like your creative process? How do you juggle the divas, right? I've been doing this for so long. I already have my, I have my Grammy already, but you know what you can do. And you also know what they can do. How do you bring the two together without compromising your creative process?
Okay, so it can kind of depend on who I'm working with. Most cases they'll give you, because sometimes most cases you're just told. There'll be times where I don't know what the beat is. I'm just asked, here's the direction of the project, or this is a new artist. This is where we're going with them. We need it to fit in this box. Or if I got a diva who don't want to be told nothing, I thank God for most of the creative people I've gotten to work with that are, open to listening to things like that. But for the divas, especially working with rappers, I know ghostwriting is a big issue. But I also think that if you could take something that wasn't written and still it's like acting. Like if you're able to take that and internalize it and make it sound like nobody can tell the difference, that's a talent in and of itself, or else everybody would be able to do it. Like if Hove wrote for your friend who wants you to hear his mixtape but don't call his kids, he'd be winning Grammys right now. So, but usually with the divas, it's just, I want my trick, because ain't none of them listening, because my trick would be is here's the first cut, then kind of let them start feeling themselves a little bit, pause. And then once the like, I guess the dopamine, like once I've noticed, like creatively, depending on if it's this or this, or if they just, once they get confident, I've noticed you can start throwing ideas like, okay, no, so what if we did it this way, or making it sound like it's their idea. They're more receptive to it, and then I'm able to it's kind of like a maze. But really, it's just you find your opening. It's like they're playing defense and they're not trying to work with you. I want it to sound like this, but you may not have a voice for that.
Right.
You don't have the breath control for that. You may not know how to stay in the pocket. Like it's a rat race and it's tedious. Those type of people, I don't really want to work with them if I don't have to. I try to tend to stay with my more creative people. And then for my personal process, melody is everything. That's 60%. Because the melody is literally can move mountains. Like say a song come out, if you want that song to pop off in China, Korea, wherever, English might not be the natural language or the mainly spoken language, but it's that melody is what sticks. That's why people can tour overseas, because like a child, a 3-year-old can learn a song because it's the melody, nursery rhymes.
Right.
Getting that in there, that's the hook. Once you have that in, then it's just figuring out concepts. I write a song kind of like an essay. So depending on what I want to say, blanket example, it's like, okay, what I want to say or what the song is about. First verse is perspective. Second verse is what might have changed or me relaying the point that I initially started with. The hook is just a repeat of something, or it's just telling me where the song's going to go, if it's going to change. For me, I need a song without a bridge, especially in R&B. It's not a song. I hate already in this microwave era that I get asked to do something and make it fit into 2 minutes, especially if it's like if it's hip hop. Guess you can make it sense, but everything needs to fit an algorithm. So nowadays, so if I have to do that, it's like, okay, I got to do the melody, got to stay within the confines. I need that bridge because the bridge is the icing on the cake. It warms my soul.
It's everything.
And then afterwards, you just do the thing. You do the hook, and you're good.
I have one more. I have two more, a 2-part, and then I'm gonna shut up, as Cal would say.
You good?
Frequency. So my niece listens to, like, she's very creative. She's a stylist. And so she talks about, because I'm, most people would say that I'm probably obsessed with Chris Brown. Like, I don't think, I think Heartbreaks, I think Heartbreak was the only album that I couldn't take because it was like 45 songs. It was like way too much. And I usually remember every single song on an album. I could not remember every song on that album because it was just too long and it was just too much. But she says she thinks that the reason why I connect with him so much is because of the frequencies that he uses in his music. because certain people it helps soothe them to some degree. Do you agree with that, FaZe?
Yeah, the frequency can make a difference. Hope y'all
Like
get
it's
to talk to him one day so
specific,
that so he can kind of be specific with it. But I know when we're trying to write something, well, on my end, I'd be told, okay, nowadays I got to be told it needs to be able to fit when there's a sped up. You go on Spotify or Apple, there's the sped up version of the song or the slowed down version of the song. One, it's another way to re-release the song and bring in revenue and then to keep it on the charts. But it's also a way because people listen differently, just like people learn differently. You know, you're visual or you auditory or are you practical. So hearing it in it, because there's my homeboys for Texas, he was telling me that like that chopped and screwed, like it fits. It doesn't always need require the mixture, but that vibe that it relaxes them. And some people like the high pitch. Like I noticed my friends who do like the EDM, a lot of it is they like the kick, they like the beat, it's the energy, they like to dance. It's like music is just like it's dopamine, it's a drug, like it's literally the happiest thing on the planet. So depending on like where you are or what gets you going. For me, R&B is universal mood music. It doesn't matter if up tempo, you angry, bitter, you happy, you sad about it, whatever mood, it covers the whole spectrum. And it's the one genre that it has infinite frequencies, because no matter what you're feeling and or what kind of headspace you're in, it can hit. So then when I'm writing a song, depending on, I always ask like, what's the goal here? Like, what are we trying to make? What are we trying to portray? And what are we trying to make someone feel? And then based on that, I'm like, if it's up tempo, I notice, okay, for me, I guess in terms of frequency, the frequency I'm thinking of is like higher BPM. It's going to be in an atmosphere where if somebody's down or they're in the car and they just want to, you're trying to pep yourself up to go ask for that raise, or you got a date, or you got court, or you just had a bad day at work and you're not trying to choke somebody out. You want something that frequency is just, it's like a fly in the room. You're gonna notice elevator, it, and it's just gonna elevate you. Or if you just want to kind of calm down, that lower frequency, it just to me frequency is mood.
Yeah,
like whatever your mood is, that's what's going to be your frequency. And I want to gravitate at least in that moment. You may not feel it the rest of your day. You may never feel it the rest of the week. In that moment, I want you to be able to turn up or turn down to that frequency and just let it take you.
Yeah. And my last question is, how does it feel when have you ever gone to a concert and your music is played and like 80,000 people are singing your words? Like, how does that make you feel to have that immense impact? Like when you look at these concerts from like back in the day when you see people crying at Michael Jackson concerts, and I think it was Residuals where his video was snippets of all his concerts, and you see people in the crowd just singing like, how does that make you feel? I could only imagine. You told us how it felt for the nomination alone and then winning, like, but hearing like 80,000 people sing your song or a song that you were a part of.
Yeah.
I'm not
songwriting. It's just it's a trying to figure out like the best way to answer, because songwriting does not pay what it should. Quick example: 1 million streams on Spotify equals out to $460. And it doesn't just go to the songwriter, it goes to everybody involved, and depends on your points on the master.
Oh my God.
Your publishing, all like, so you got to be a certain level of crazy to do this, because if you're doing it for the money, it's not it. And the process, the process alone is frustrating. It's beyond frustrating, just because the plight that songwriters go through in general. So to make it make sense or for me, if I'm doing this, is I love the fact that something that we just kind of I wrote up, or that we just labbed out in the studio, and then hearing it on, like, it comes in levels, hearing it on wax especially if you got that good vinyl. Like if it like comes out how it sounded in my head, or how we thought it would sound, hearing that complete form, it's just like joy, absolute joy. And then when you hear it in a concert form, and it's just people know all the words, or it's like I'll look up a concert, I'll try to see if I'll look up an international, like see if they got a show like wherever. English is not the native language, but they speak English for that song.
That's right.
Like to being able to connect with that just feels so good. And you see the people cry, or there's a couple songs that I've written that for me, like when I wrote it, like it was more for catharsis. Like some songs I can't go back and listen to because even though I'm out of that place, like it's hard. It's like hard to go back. But when someone tells me that song got me through this, or I listened to this song, I showed someone this song and they cried, like it helped them get through this. That feeling, and the feeling of when I look into a crowd and I just see pandemonium, and I'm just like, okay, I just want to write another song. I just want to write another song. I'm like, I'm just like, let me just go write. This is gonna be this process is gonna annoy the fuck out of me, and it's gonna take forever to get. It's gonna take forever to get paid. But
I want to do it.
You got to find your small wins. I got to hear it on wax, and then people telling me their personal stories, and then I'll go and look it up, and I watch an award show, and I'm like, that's me. People have no idea I had anything to do with this, but I know, and it feels great. Like it's a high, and you just keep chasing it. I guess it'd be like me chasing that wrestling reference. I'm chasing that pop. Each time I get it, it's just like it's a pop. And certain ones feel like Mania, other ones might just be a SmackDown. But either way, it's for me. They may not know it, but when I hear that, I'm just like, ooh, I'm about to get it. To me, getting in that ring and tearing shit up is just no holds barred. I'm about to go ham on God.
You were talking about R&B in particular, and as I was I'm going to share the playlist. Actually, by the time this episode is up, there will be a playlist with an extensive number of songs that you know. I mean, it runs the gamut. But I noticed that there's a lot of R&B, and I feel like there was a point where like Usher went pop, and like like they're not to say like there isn't R&B, but I feel like R&B hasn't been able. There was a time I don't think the mainstream really knows what to do with R&B at a certain point. You know what I mean? So
nowadays,
So what? What
I know
is?
You're going with this.
Well, I wanted to like for you, like I guess talk about why. Do you feel like you're making it a point to stay? Like again, you're getting Grammys with Chris Brown. There's a lot of work that goes on to them albums. Like, are you making it a point to stay?
Chris Brown and Victoria Monet.
Again, well, not because again, I was looking through the playlist. You mentioned Lucky Day earlier. I was seeing Trey Songz. I'm seeing Jacob Lattimore's. I'm seeing a couple Omarion's, and like there's a couple songs with Kate Renata's. Like I'm seeing the vision, and I'm like I feel like you're at least tapped onto the pulse of what R&B is now.
Yeah.
Like talk about why you continue to create in that genre, especially when. I mean, for lack, it doesn't feel like the mainstream's really focused on that unless it's something that pops off.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, R&B is the universal mood music. Then you have those fans that I don't really like hip hop, but I like some of these songs, and it's always an R&B song. It's the easiest way if I'm trying to rope a melody, it's the easiest way to go. And then I have to hear things like anytime somebody tells me R&B is dead, I'm like, no, music as a whole, it's not dead. It just took a gut punch because now everything is based on an algorithm. It's got to fit a TikTok. It's got to fit into a reel. The creative process is shrunk down because we have to, and I understand the business aspect of it, but creatively I'm frustrated, but we got to get this work and do what we got to do.
Right.
And then especially with R&B, there's so much good music. There's so much good music, and a lot of these R&B artists may have the talent to do other things. So when I'm working with somebody, they're like, I got this new artist. There's a lot of that because a lot of them artists you probably haven't heard of yet, but you should. And then there's a lot of mainstream, like for something mainstream, for every one mainstream, there's a bunch of stuff you ain't heard yet until they're mainstream.
Right.
So that whole process for me in working with, like, to me, I'm more fulfilled. Like I've got, there's like, I wouldn't say rock, but there's some pop on there that I got creative with some alternative and some other stuff. But for me, I want R&B to be in the forefront because that's the one genre I don't think. I just feel. I feel through the whole process. It's just a feeling. It's literally, it's a feeling. And for me, when I hear R&B's dead, R&B's dead, all this, I'm like, no, your algorithms are dead. A lot of your algorithm is what you search up, and you feed into that. Take take responsibility for some of what you take in.
Right. Right.
And then like the radio, if people still listen to the radio, like if you listen to your Pandora or this or that, like that's what you're taking in. But if there's no, you've all heard it. Ain't R&B's dead. They don't do is sing about this and they sing about that. I'm like, no, all the stuff that you loved is there. These people just don't get the same shine. And if I can assist in that in any way where I'm able to take these thoughts and sometimes feeling, because I try not to write everything with my feeling in a sense, but we can take these thoughts and these feelings and rope you in. Now you're a fan of this person you ain't never heard of.
Right.
And now you're helping them be more creative, and it's helping them rise up in the game. And then when they get to their next album, they won't be told what to do. They can get experimental with their sound and grow as artists and as people. Or what I did in my first album, and maybe it went crazy, and the money went crazy, and I had to mess up a couple times. And now I'm being viewed, and then the stuff that I went through in my personal life or professional life, now I'm singing about that. Like there's so much stuff that can happen. It's the one thing. Like I'm passionate about R&B. I love hip hop. I love music, period. But R&B to me is it's the closest thing to magic, like real life magic on wax. And because R&B, universal mood music, no feeling. My grandmother told me one thing when I was young is that no feeling or experience is exclusive to just you. So when I write, I take that in. Whatever your worst of the worst is, the best of the best, whatever it is that you are feeling in that exact moment or for that period of time, somebody is feeling it the same, a little less or way worse, but it's their lens and their perspective. So when I'm writing, I try to cast a wide net to where this is my feeling. Somebody will take it this way, somebody will take it that way. But regardless, it's going somewhere, and somebody is going to feel something to it, and then they're going to spread it out.
Facts. Shared on their timelines. Antoine in the chat asked a great question. Who should we be listening to, in your opinion?
That comes down to personal. A lot of that comes down to preference. I don't necessarily know what you're listening to, but I mean, if Aaron Ray, my boy Kenyon Dixon, Eric Bellinger, Vito, of course, I mean, you got the Chris's, you got the Luckies, you got the Victorias, but I mean, man, how much time is there? There's so many. There's so many, because then it just depends.
Check the playlist.
Like, are you turning up or are you chilling? Like, what? It depends on what. I guess. Yeah, just check it out. Check it out.
Send the playlist, Oos.
Jermaine, my dog.
Wait, Cal, you don't want to ask him the question that we always ask randomly?
Oh, yeah, all right.
Okay.
Well, did anybody have any other questions? Any other thing? Because we do have to get to a show.
Or if you got a question about the process, or if now would be time, or the process, or a particular song.
The way DDM
I thought you couldn't. I thought you couldn't get into that.
Yeah, the way DDM was agreeing.
Oh no! I said the politics, the politics part. I can't. But
I don't know if y'all need a.
It's a lot. I definitely identify with a lot. I mean, of course, I'm not nowhere near as successful as him, but
DDM, you the mayor of Baltimore.
DDM, stop
Come
it.
on, man.
Knock it off.
I still clock in. I ain't nobody.
Okay, stop it.
But no, just listening to the process, especially the Grammy process, because like it is like it was interesting hearing your take on the deluxe and how that works, because I always wondered that, because for me an album should be one complete piece with the artist's intention, and now it kind of makes sense with the deluxe, because I think we start voting, like they get that first round where you just choose whoever you like around like October or so, and then they give you a list after you put everybody you like and all of that. But like for your creative process, just knowing how much you love R&B. And it's interesting. One thing that you said that stuck out to me was, if you're doing it for the money, this is kind of not going to be for you. And that's the thing that people don't understand, is that you have to really be loving it right now, because the checks ain't checking the way that they used to. And so you have all of these splits that's happening, and sometimes you may, I what I don't like is that when people be like, well, this artist, only one person wrote the record, or that's not a litmus test on someone's talent. That is just a case of what how things work. Everybody doesn't have the privilege to be an Adele, where we can sit inside of a room with just our one person, and the label is going to invest in that. To your point, and I could hear kind of, I don't want to say frustration, because I don't know who's watching this for you, but just but the frustration of getting these tasks, because it's almost like working in advertising versus creating a real artistic piece, because writing to an algorithm, which to me was a challenge. I tip my hat to you guys who can do that and do these sped up versions, because what you're essentially reducing artists to are computer programs. And
machine learning.
That is not, but I think the audience has a role to play in that, but also there 100%. Is so much, they want, like, the audience will say, we want something fresh and different. Well, really you don't, because the data says that you want this continued thing. And for every, let's say Victoria Monet, one thing I love about Victoria Monet that she does is she time travels in her records. You hear tinges of Earth, Wind, and Fire. You hear tinges of Yacht Rock. You hear tinges of 10cc. Like all of these, like I can hear the student inside of her music in a very good way. That's got to be frustrating. And like, how do you? I guess my real question is, I know we want to get paid and all of that, but what are the moments for you that make having to do so many hours of essentially computer programming artistically? Where do you find your fulfillment and your enrichment in all of that?
I like that. Okay, I love that. I love that question. Shouts out to you. I love that question. Thank you. I was like, man, I'm answering something I've never had to answer before. Well, at least for just to give her props, because she is amazing. Like Victoria was a writer. She was a writer first. Like her and the folks, Leon. Reason why y'all know who Ariana Grande is, majority of them first albums was penned by by her and by Leon. And that a lot of what helped her grow as an artist came from those people who are amazing. And that's why a lot of songwriters, because they don't pay, become artists. I just can't sing. As soon as I figure out auto-tune, I might switch it up in 26. but because that's frustrating for me when you talk about my frustrations. It's just like, all right, I got this. I know it's like, damn, if I could sing, I literally could probably just get on YouTube and just get this out, because it's like the hard part I can do in my sleep. But I'm not saying the singing part, but it's just like, if I had that, that's a frustration I have, because I sit with somebody and they tell me to write an algorithm record. Like, we need to do this, we need to fit this. And I'm just sitting there thinking, you have all this talent. You have all this talent.
You're trying to dumb it down.
And you're chasing, I get that there's a market for it. I get that there's a business aspect of it. And a lot of the times it's not their choice. But a lot of the time it is, because you're capable in this as well. And then they want to do that. So in trying to find where I can be creative, it just comes down to, okay, how would I want to feel? Or how I think in groups. Sociology major, so it's like I think in groups. So it's like, all right, if somebody's in the car, you getting ready, everybody's getting ready at the crib. It's a barbecue, or it could just be you and your work bestie or whoever are the only ones in the office, and y'all turning the music up, or you're in the gym. Like, I try to think like, okay, how for the creative process, if I have to do this quick, or if I get time to let it breathe, how can I get this feeling to spread? Like when I'm literally thinking, I'm like, okay, what's the subject? Okay, what's the subject? And I just think of scenarios. I literally just think of scenarios. Like, okay, if this was playing, okay, somebody man ain't shit, or somebody's girl is out there running the streets, or somebody went through something, or somebody got a promotion. Like, literally, I'm just trying to encapsulate the feeling and how can I make it fit within the box. Like, if I got to fit in the box, I'm trying to get as much air as possible. So usually, like, my creative process with that is just after I'm pissed off about it and I understand that I got to play ball, I attack feeling, and then I also love challenges too. I like challenging myself. I write a lot of songs for women too. I'm a grown man. So, but the thing is no feeling is mutually exclusive. That's the first part, and then the second part is we all have moms, sisters, cousins, best friends. We've been the homie that has that conversation. We've either been the reason for said conversation, or you. In any of those moments, it's just I like to challenge myself and take that feeling. I'll have a conversation with somebody, and I literally just okay. Other end. I write it from both ends. Even if the song is for a woman or if the song's for a man, I literally will try to write it twice from both perspectives and see how I can meet in the middle or see what's common and then go with that, because it has a better chance of spreading. So it doesn't matter if it's Instagram, TikTok, or it's just going to be a B-side on the album, or it's a single. That is my approach regardless. And that's the way that I try to find joy in it, is because the feeling that I get from hearing it or hearing it complete, the challenge of I want to feel, I want other people to feel. It's probably going to be in a medium that I hate or one that I love. So instead of getting lost in that frustration, because if you ever gotten writer's block, whether you're writing something for a piece for, that could be a magazine, it could be for the website, it could be a song. When you get that writer's block, and that writer's block and frustration are cousins. Like, because whatever like I'm frustrated or I'm complaining, like they want me to do this, I'm better than this, or this person's better than this whole thing is stupid. I've already wasted whatever amount of time, and I'm going into it with the wrong. I'm just going into it with the wrong feeling in itself. So now I'm trying to put the puzzle together, but the pieces, I can't see the picture. It's backwards. So now I'm trying to mix shapes versus being able to see what I'm trying to put together. And then however many days or hours it takes to finish the song, and then when it's done, I can't tell you how many times I done finished the song and I hate it. It's doing well. It's doing well on it. Like I can see it's doing well on the Instagram. It's doing well on the TikTok. It's great. Oh yeah. Oh, they loving it. They're gonna want more of these. Oh, this is great. I don't want to listen to this shit.
You want to box yourself in.
I don't want to hear none of this. Like, I'm not like.
So
but I gotta work.
One last question. So sure. in going with that, as a songwriter, you write so many songs, and I talked to some writers, and they over time they stop getting attached to their material because the heartbreak of writing certain things and knowing what it could be for the world, and it not being either picked up, pushed, or sometimes the powers that be just don't get it. How can I word this? How do you push through, and what do you do with those records? Do you just let them sit in the vault? Do you maybe try it again with someone else? Like, are there records that you are so invested in that they hurt your feelings?
Oh yeah. For the sake of good politics and not getting in trouble, I can tell y'all that on a when we all when we die live, I could probably, some of them are on that list or are on that playlist. Because in the beginning, because when you first start, and then it's like part of the high you get from it when you're writing it and you hear it in your head, and then you hear it as a finished product, and then you get used to just that feeling. You can't let go of that. I guess it would be like hearing that first pop or having that first run. It was quick, but it was just like I can't. I feel like Dolph Ziggler, like that cash in was everything, and then everything after that is just like, oh, but that cash in though, and then I'm really just feeling like, oh my god, and then because you it's your baby, but you have to learn quick that I'm working with an artist and they're telling me how they're feeling. Like I try to converse. Like, okay, this is where they're telling us to go. This is where they're telling us to go, but how do you relate to it? Or how can we get in the middle? Like, how can we meet in the middle for it? I try to do that and be collaborative versus it's mine. Like it's tied to it. I got memories, heartbreak, like celebrations or whatever. I'm tied to this. Like my soul is on this paper or in this note. My soul is there, and then when the first time you hear it, it's like it's like a kick literally in the gut, because this is just, what did y'all do? What are we do? What are we doing here? And we already have no say. We have no say on anything. We are the most pivotal and important part of the whole process, but we have I won't say no voice, but it's a whisper. Like that's what we get out of it.
Right.
We're like, we're not even we're not even told when it's going to be dropped or who it's been given to.
They don't understand.
It happens. No,
they don't understand it. There's no say. Is there any record that you regret selling?
Yeah. There's a couple, because as you probably know, like depending on how the songs, like whether it's a project or sometimes it's just here they are. I sold them to you. I'm gonna get my little percentage or whatever it is, but I have no control from this point.
Right.
I also learned early, like there were some ones that's why you have to learn to not attach to it so much, because they might, okay, we'll take these ones, and then here's this, or we want to work with you more and give you more input. But those ones they just take from you, and you think because you heard it that it's going to be what you want it to be and how it made you feel, because it's so personal.
Right.
And then they just bastardize it, the heartbreak and the frustration in that, because you have no voice. You can't voice your frustration. I can't tell an artist. I can't tell an A&R. I can't tell the producer. I can't do none of that, because if the moment I get too loud, I'm out the room.
Right.
So you got to learn to shut up quick and try to make it collaborative versus making it personal. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to take it, they're going to mess it up, and it's going to kill you. But there's always the hope. For me, there's the hope that, okay, I'm going to kind of leave this tucked to the vest, and I'm going to save who I show this to. Because in the beginning, you're trying to get paid, you're trying to stay busy, you want to get in these rooms, you're just trying to get it out. You're just trying to get it out. But that stuff that in my soul, like I can name like Breaking Point. Like in my soul, like there's certain people that that like, I'm gonna give this to you and you're gonna ask me questions about it. You're gonna want me to expound. You're gonna want to relate with me. Then that's gonna lead to the next song and the next song, and then we collaborate. And it's just, what keeps me safe is just knowing when to keep it to the vest and when to, because it's a vulnerability. When you're given something that's like from here, I'm being vulnerable sharing that, because you're going to take this and I have to hope
it's a piece of you.
Right.
Yeah, I have to hope that you represent me, like in a selfish way, that you represent me, and you know what I'm saying, and wave that flag for me to the point to where other people want to join the cause. And then they're going to come back to it, and then I could, like, that's for me how I guess to say, like, that's how I stay invested is just learning when to hold them and when to fold them, and when to go for it.
Know when to hold them.
Well, hey. Speaking of which, because I don't want this cold open to be a deluxe edition of a cold open. So, Mr. Marty McFlyer, then you got to get you tall ass got to get the hat. No, I'm kidding. But I appreciate
it might
you
snow
coming
tomorrow.
through.
I don't even know.
Anybody in the chat who has any aspirations to make any type of music, there's a lot of gems that was dropped in that conversation. So definitely run that back. Marty, before you get out of here, where can people find you on them social medias?
Oh God, Instagram, I think it's Marty _McFlyerThanU, THAN, because that gets messed up a lot. Y'all got spell check. Then and then you on Instagram, and then on Twitter, M_McFlyerThanU.
Facts.
I'm not on TikTok.
You hate it?
Not yet.
Now y'all understand. When I say I hate TikTok, y'all think, oh, you just hate people getting money. I'm like, no. They get money. I don't.
Right.
Hey, God. And shout out Sucio boys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out gang. Shout out to the whole CDB network. Everybody, the sponsors.
What time you coming?
I think we will be back. Son's going on vacation, but we will be back next week. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday. We're just trying to coordinate the schedules. But Sucio Sports is cracking. My boy Jermaine, he's part of the network. He be doing stuff with, Tommy Gresh. So we out there, we somewhere. Y'all can find me on Twitter, and just reach out to me the same way Mimi or anyone else does. I'm not Hollywood. I got 3 Grammys, and I got to go to work in the morning.
That's right. That's right.
That's real. That's real. All right, my brother. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Nice to tie y'all. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Peace. Get out of here. Dropping a deluxe edition in the damn intro. I'm saying that's knowledge, especially if you actually like R&B music and want to know how the people behind it create the means. But we got a show to do. It's a whole pay-per-view. In less than 48 hours. So let me hit this intro.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. If you've been rocking with us for the last 57 some odd minutes, not only do you know that R&B is clearly alive and well, but God is at least still working on me. I don't know about the squad that's on the line right now, but me, he's still like, Cal, we can still figure something out with your ornery old ass. So that's your boy Cal. I ain't got no title, but maybe by the end of this weekend, somebody may have. I don't know. Champ still holding on to that one. As you can see, the squad is on the line. Miss Mimi, say what's good to the people, yo.
I am Mimi Shells, yo. I am Mimi Shells.
Okay.
You can't stop my bag. No, you can't stop my bag.
Okay.
You can't stop my bag. No, you can't stop my bag.
Okay. Marty wrote that? No, I'm just kidding.
DDM wrote that.
Ah, there you go. Speaking of which, DDM.
Greetings from Planet Swag. I'm currently eating sushi.
Word.
It's DDM, the EST of BRP, aka Mr. Bitcoin, aka bitch, planning my escape.
Oh shit. Champ.
The Black Math is here.
Champ, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, it ain't easy being green. Yo, fam 79.
You green tonight?
Your social media of choice.
Kermit
AKA
the fam.
the goddamn champion. Have you see it?
Double champed up. God damn. Is that y'all mean full of a crown?
The what?
Do y'all mean right by your right hand?
Nah, it's water.
Oh, okay.
Mine's just full of crown.
Look at DJ Mustard over here.
I made a crown drink tonight.
Mustard
on the beat, ho.
That's hard.
On the beat, ho.
That shit.
What is that? A flask?
On the beat, ho.
72 A's in the word flask. It's FLAAAA.
That's somebody's torso.
Mustard.
This is what Indiana Jones was looking for.
That's the holy grail right there.
This is what Indiana Jones was looking for.
Any.
The Fenty flask? That's crazy. That's crazy. Flask taller than me, Blue Chew said. That's nuts. Where you get that?
Why am I still on the screen?
Why not?
Because you ain't give your entrance.
Yeah.
No, that was it.
Oh.
I didn't know I got here on time. I didn't know I got here.
You did not get here on time.
Absolutely.
You got here on time, but you did not get here on time.
I just said I said before the show started.
Mustard.
I didn't know I got here.
Work you shut up.
We're coming over on Saturday, y'all.
I'm telling you, Kermit the fam.
Work coming over.
It's not what y'all doing?
I told him my business work.
Wait, what?
It's not the Blafties yet.
Wait a minute. He called me the freaky frog.
I'm about to say,
No. We gonna watch Elimination Chamber together.
Oh, shout out. I'm probably gonna be watching Elimination Chamber by myself. We'll do some predictions later on today, as well as talking about some whatever happened this week. I did want to start where we kind of like last week when we were recording. Word on road was, oh shit, The Rock's gonna be in New Orleans for SmackDown. Like we had a whole conversation about what the situation was probably gonna be. Rock come out there, talk his he was talking his TKO board member, thank y'all from rocking with the WWE type stuff. And then he would be like, hey, you shut up before I slap the syphilis off your face. Like that's damn near a quote, like a direct quote. But I don't know if people were ready. Like I think people thought that there may be a Cody Rhodes interaction. But did anybody think that Rock was being like, hey, Cody, I want your soul?
No.
That shit was trash.
I thought he was talking about the belt.
He want I initially, because he's got the Layla Ali title, I thought he was gonna be like, I want you to be my hold. I don't know why.
Can I hold yours? Can you hold mine? Can I touch it? Remember?
Hey, yo.
It happened.
Remember? It happened. It actually happened.
He said, can I touch yours?
Can I hold
That's how it started.
That is how it started.
That's
but
how
now
it
he
started.
said, what?
It's weird every time at this point. It's weird every time.
But what does this mean? I mean, I guess the initial thought. Somebody said everybody. Shouts to Eve. Eve said y'all thought Rock was drunk.
Rock always.
I don't judge anybody that drink on the job.
Rock was drinking.
I'm jealous.
I know
jealous.
one thing. At this point, somebody better do something, because the way these flight prices look, these hotel prices look, and the Mania ticket prices look, somebody better do something, because that shit that they did on Friday was not
bullshit.
You got a couple. You got to remember. You got to couple that with what brother, the son of the Soul Man, said in the presser.
What he say?
The weirdest thing he said wasn't, "I want your soul." The weirdest thing he said that everybody let him get away with is that this doesn't have to lead to a match.
Yeah,
we can do all this stuff, and
it doesn't.
Nigga, it's wrestling.
Right. He said it doesn't have to culminate in the matches. I believe.
What do the end look like in wrestling that ain't a match?
He's a champion. It has to lead to a match.
You would think.
What is rotten?
And this is why I say what I say about Cody Rhodes. Like, so what are we doing? We are what are we doing with him at this point? We're just putting him in the holding room until you kind of figure out like what to do with this.
It's a good question because I think you figured this Saturday, not only is there an entire men's elimination chamber match that's going to determine who Cody's facing at WrestleMania, but there's also The Rock saying, hey, let me know if I have your soul in Toronto. Like, that's your deadline. There's 2 segments that are Cody related.
Can I have your soul? Okay, tell me in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he said, I want your soul. Cody Rhodes, I want you. Our mamas are friends. I want your soul. Let me know in Toronto.
Since when? All of this was a lie. All of this was such a lie.
Well, I mean, it's wrestling.
Right.
So I'm okay with it being a lie.
Right, but this is the part that really bothers me, right? You want consistency, you want to tell stories. The story has to be consistent. Your mama's was not fucking friends, bro. Hey. You beat this man for fucking 2 months, and now all of a sudden you want him to be friends? Like, it doesn't make sense. It feels like a dick in a glass. Like you're breaking it because it's an emergency. That's what The Rock is, an emergency. We've seen this nigga in how many months, and now he's here. Like, for what? It's so confusing.
The one thing, all right. The story. This feels like Rock had an idea and nobody wants to tell this nigga no. What it looks like, I can kind of see where he's going. He's doing Jake the Snake and Ultimate Warrior from back in the day, or he's doing Devil's Advocate, you know what I mean, Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Like, it's because the story that they've been telling, the overarching, like, is you want to be the champion, but you want to be good and nice with everybody. And the story, starting with Kevin Owens, that they've been telling is that he's realizing that it's not really possible to be a guy on top and a guy with friends.
With somebody's friend, yeah.
Punk said it. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to make friends. So I see the framework of the story, but the execution. And it's the thing that Mimi said is it's inconsistency, because Rock is trying to do the thing in real life that in storyline he's telling Cody not to do. Because you can't play the 50. You got to be either or. But he keep flipping between corporate Rock and Rock on the TV.
Literally, yeah.
And the nigga at the press conference, I like Lil Wayne. No, you don't, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we know, like, what?
Juvie. Yeah, he's his name and shit. Yeah.
Let's say that. Like, what?
Juvie.
You smell a box. You walk around with a vodka.
You put that belt on Mama Rose on. Throw it to Cody Rose on.
I did want to say, I mean,
keep cussing on TV.
And then, one thing, the inconsistency also was from fucking Survivor Series when he came. Or was it? It was
Blood, the SmackDown after one, or whatever.
Or was it the Blood one?
It was
Blood,
the bad. It
Bad Blood.
Was it the end of Bad Blood, or it was like it was the end of Bad Blood?
Yes, he came out. He said, and then we never got anything out of that. We never saw. We thought it was something else, and now we here.
No pun intended. I think because there's a lot going on here. I think the one thing that fan pointed out was nobody else really knowing what's going on. I mean, based off of the reports, based off of all the shit that's been talked about ever since this thing kind of, sprung out of nowhere last Thursday, it disrupted the show. Remember that Cody Rhodes was supposed to be in that main event. It was supposed to be a 6-man match. They had to get Nick Aldis to be like, hey.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, they booked it the week before. And Nick Aldis came out at the beginning of the show. He was like, hey, you're not in this match no more. And Cody Rhodes said, hey, you the general manager. Who gonna tell you not to be? And I'm like, you dummy. Who you think is going? They said The Rock was going to be there. Who else was going to take you out the match? But yeah, they legit had to cut down that match. And they said DDM was mentioned in Vegas, and the price is out there. If based off of the way that the numbers moved, I think they said they may have moved 2,500 to 3,000 tickets for Toronto this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is supposed to be culminating on Saturday. At least the Rock is supposed to be getting an answer from Cody on Saturday. This was I don't know what the tickets were. I don't speculate on ticket sales. I don't know what that shit is like, but I wonder if it was a situation where, like, hey, we want to make sure them asses in them seats for this Toronto show, whatever's going on, whether it was low sales or they wanted to drum up more interest for Vegas, what have you.
Let me ask a question. Cody shows up to Toronto and says, "Yes, Cody, Rock, you can have my soul." What does that look like?
Black hair, brown hair.
If he pop out,
it looks like he needs help.
I ain't gonna. I don't have. Listen, we get black hair, Cody. I'm not complaining no more at all. It's like if you listen to them promos, like when he was talking to Seth. That first 70% of that goddamn promo is a full heel promo.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's big words. He's making a point. Do not bring back that mustache. It's brooding and it's the truth, right? He ain't like, he's not like going up for a cheap pop or none of that. He's just stating the facts and why he's doing something. Just like a good heel does, and you know what I mean, tells his truth, and then he switches it off. But the people say, and I'm like, all right, I guess so. But that first 70% of them promos is bad guy stuff.
He's a bad
got
guy.
A suit on.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you about to get this shit right here.
I cannot wait.
That's what
that looks like a brown suit Punk. When brown suit Punk was wearing suits, that's how he wore them. With the two buttons open. You know what I mean? Butterfly collar.
This is corporate Cody.
I mean, that's because it's a little bit of that sprinkle in too. Is Final Boss Rock is cozying up to Mr. McMahon as a character.
Right.
If you watch some of the stuff he does.
That's what you about to get these weird lapel yummies. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Cody's style is going to be as the guy whose soul is owned by The Rock.
So I mean, the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, the son of the Soul Man.
Soul Man, Cody
soul.
Rhodes. Soul Man's what they're gonna call Cody Rhodes. I have your soul. You have my daddy's name. I can see it, and then he turns his hair brown, and then it's a wrap.
Yeah, shout out to how much is $500 million? Because
hey, it's like Cody is MAGA. Is he?
Yes.
That's facts.
I don't know.
This nigga said, yo, you got to stop that.
I would assume
you have to stop that.
I would assume the majority of them are mad.
Well, this is the thing, right? Because
immediately yes.
Immediate yes is a lot. That's why
you know Cody is a devil worshiper. Ain't that right, Mimi?
Yep.
See?
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
He worships whole Satan. Yup. No.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard there's been like voter donation thing. That's how people knew initially that Taker was like legit about that life.
Mm-hmm.
But
donating to PACs.
There's a lot of questions I'd have to ask if Cody was MAGA.
What kind of questions?
Like,
I mean,
what is homegirl MAGA too then?
Come on now.
I'm asking the question. He was talking about
Absolutely,
Black Lives Matter in AEW. He had the white guys crying and shit.
Yeah, you can't do. You stop asking Mimi those questions. She's gonna be like, yo.
I'm asking me questions. She just answered.
100% her, his mama,
Dusty,
all of it. Sapphire,
all of it. Mm-hmm.
I saw her with Donald Trump. Sapphire.
They was sitting at a table.
Sapphire.
Y'all.
Noses was filthy.
As we predicted last week on the show, The Rock was primarily there to announced that Mania 42 is going to be in New Orleans. As a note in regards to PLEs over the next year or two, I don't know what PLE is supposed to be. Make America Heifer again is crazy. The TKO Group holding CFO. The CFO mentioned that there's probably going to be like 3 PLEs in Saudi Arabia next year, including the Royal Rumble.
$2 million man music.
It'll be four over the next 2 years. So at the very least, there's at least 4 dates over the next 2 years. Y'all know y'all gonna be watching that PLE on the couch.
Thank you, friend.
At Jimmy's.
I might go over Jimmy's Saturday.
What'd you say, DDM?
Definitely going to Royal Rumble party next year. You ain't got no choice because I
ain't going over there. No, sir.
Ain't going over there. Shout out Kevin Owens. I don't know what the WrestleMania storyline is going to be, but I always appreciate somebody stalking somebody's entire life. When my man looked and he was looking in the window, I'm like, oh yes.
Yes. You like chaos.
There's been so many people bringing back that 2009 Randy Orton, which means they start bringing back when Randy Orton had that Mania match with Triple H, where he went out and he was beating people's ass out in Triple H's front yard.
With the pool.
Yeah, with the pool. Oh, yes. That's why I was into the build for AJ and LA Knight last year, because they was taking it to the house. Sometimes you got to take it to the house.
I just think
like Stone Cold.
We can't.
Yeah. I just think Kevin Owens is he's more I care about his story more. I want him to have a Mania match more than the champion to have a Mania match. Both of the champions is not championing right now. Poor Gunther, his brain was garbage. Cody. They just always little man in Cody. He always look like a little
He's somebody nigga. Little nigga. He's somebody little nigga right now.
He's like crazy. I just
because the opposite is gonna be Super Cena.
Well, we may have a conversation about that in a bit. I'm
not accused for the prices that these people is giving, for the price of these hotels, for the price of these flights. But this card is not given what it needs to give.
Well,
it's given.
Here you go.
It's given. This isn't going to be a pricey hangout with your friends. That's what this is giving.
That's what it's giving.
Well,
I still got time to cancel all my shit.
Well, they have the problem. The problem they're having is this is a one WrestleMania, and what I mean by that is it's 41, right? It's following that 0. Every time they do a 10, it's a big deal. It's the 10th, it's the 20th, it's the 30th. The 30th was the first time a 10 wasn't in Madison Square Garden, right?
I'd have to check, but I believe so, yeah.
And then, but either way, this one, for me, in my mind, it was never going to be as big as last year. I know
last year was
money was going to be bigger. But the bread ain't it. I mean, there's no it ain't no fan. There's no fanfare. Last year, it had to be what it had to be. They weren't going to be able to follow it this year.
Right. It's a different.
It feels. I mean, when we talk about. Cal and I was talking about this in the chats with that one guy on the TikTok that said that they're slimming, right?
Oh, that one dude,
yeah. They're cutting the fat, not just in talent and in corporate. They're also cutting the fat in production. It feels everywhere, and this is the first time we're in WrestleMania. Like for me, it's the first time I feel like I'm in WrestleMania season, and I'm more excited to go to the city than to go to the show. And I don't know if it's because,
God damn it, man,
you're on mute.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Oh. I know what you're saying. Don't worry.
And so for me, I just kind of feel like. This is where I feel like storylines should always start before the new year. At least give us those nuggets before the new year. Because then, it goes back to tiring the story out. But I feel like if you have writers like, is Lee Fitting a writer? He's a writer.
He listed executive producer.
At the end, like Family Matters,
WWE's and NXT. Yeah. Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting. Yeah.
And the other one, what is the other one that was on the Marvel side? Is he still there?
I'm not. I remember he was.
He came from Extreme Rules, right? When
he was over there for Bray, though, right? I feel like he was instrumental.
Is he still there? Do we know?
I don't know if he's still. I don't know what his involvement was outside of the Wyatt Six.
Okay,
or whatever that was. But yeah.
I just saw his comment.
I will say T. Smitty is correct. I feel like
that's a good point.
If after Saturday,
I'm not complaining about the card. I'm not complaining about the card. I'm complaining about the excitement.
Super foggy after Saturday, then it's a problem.
They better not.
But this is the last minute of early enough to get it done. Right.
No facts.
I feel like
whatever balls that they need to put in motion. Pause. They need to start. They probably need to start Friday.
Is balls in motion a phrase?
Yes. Put the balls in motion. Yeah.
They better do something.
It's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time to really put the meat and potatoes inside of whatever it is they create. I feel like they need to.
Are y'all just making stuff up at this point?
No, meat and potatoes is the thing.
The meat and the meat and potatoes in.
I don't know what you're putting it in. I don't know what you're putting it in.
It's hearty. It means hearty. Like
she put it in a broth. She
hearty.
Made a stew.
A stew, like you know,
and the potatoes in the rubber.
Wait, Rock asked an interesting question. So, are there on? Let's see how many matches there are actually booked for.
It's just it's Charlotte. It's and
Gunther.
Yeet
and Tiffany,
and it's
Technically, there's 5 matches on Wikipedia right now. Now, mind you, there's a lot of TBDs and TBAs. John Cena has a match listed on WrestleMania TBD.
Houseway. Okay.
Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Right.
And of course, Cody defending against the Men's Elimination Chamber winner and Rhea or Io, depending on who wins the match on Raw this Monday, defending against the winner of the Women's Elimination. Okay. So there's technically 5 matches right now. But the John Cena thing seems kind of odd.
It's odd. It's like floating.
Cena's in the chamber.
Well, Cena's in the chamber. But again, if Cena doesn't win the chamber, we're assuming he has a WrestleMania match, but it feels weird because
he said this is my last WrestleMania match that I'll be in. So I think they'll make a way.
Hey now.
Well, right. Just like you said, just like we were saying earlier, this is also his last Elimination Chamber match coming up Saturday. Yes. So like I said, they're going to have to fit whatever focus is going into WrestleMania. That stuff starts. If it's not Friday, it has to happen Saturday.
That is correct, Brother Rock.
So only 2 matches? Nah. No.
I think we're gonna get.
You're getting a women's world title match and a men's world title match, so it's 4 matches.
And we know Roman is going to be in a match.
We only know 2 matches, though.
Right, but we also know that Roman will be in a match, and I think it's going to be Roman and Seth.
Wait, I disagree. I think there's 2 matches set where there is a 2 opponents. There are
correct.
We know that there's going to be 2 other matches, though. They just don't have the actual combatants in there, but it's not like those matches aren't going to happen,
right?
It's 4 matches. We just got to figure out the rest of the weekends.
Okay, we'll argue about this offline, brother.
We don't. It's not an argument. It's not an argument. It's what it is. It's what it is. But I think. But again, like it was said in the chat, I think
what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
He flashed up.
We're like in the class, not paying attention,
auditioning for Max Headroom again.
Now let me do something to piss everybody off, or at least piss a couple people off.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Monday night.
Jesus fuck.
The inevitable happened. Gracious. It was like Thanos. When they booked Bianca Belair,
they look
and weird. Naomi to defend them titles against Liv and Raquel. I knew. This was a good ass match though.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was a good ass match though. They did that shit. Bianca's a fucking star.
As always.
It was a lot. It was a lot of dope near falls too. I was surprised at how many near falls they threw back and forth, and it wasn't even like towards the end, like in the middle of that match. There was a lot of back and forth going on. Flashed up, maybe the name of the episode. I ain't gonna lie.
Money.
Is
everybody's got a price.
Is it too early to say this is probably the end of their team, Bianca and Naomi?
I hope not.
It's not.
It doesn't have to be
team.
They're gonna be peoples. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think they're gonna be peoples.
They still solid.
Interesting. I don't see that.
You think they're gonna be not peoples?
They're wrestling for a chance to have a women's.
Yeah, but they were in the Rumble. They did the same thing in the Rumble. Then they coexisted.
They ain't got titles though. There's really nothing holding it. What Bianca music say?
I'm on my own.
I'm on my
I
own.
told where yo doing that? I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas this when it was Jade still. I told y'all niggas this. It ain't gonna last.
I told y'all niggas. Where is it?
Short hair.
Hold on.
I told y'all niggas. I did. Listen,
It's facts. No, that's facts.
time for the ponytail to go. Give us some black fingernail polish and lipstick. And
I told y'all niggas.
Let's go heal Bianca.
But wait, I need
She can't have
DDM.
no mustache for her neither.
I need DDM to put the claws up because while you were talking in the interview, you were going like this.
This is the old set. I ain't showing you, and I broke a nail. So now.
Damn.
I told y'all niggas.
You know who?
They look good from afar.
I got an appointment tomorrow.
Oh, they look so good from afar, but
You can see the four hands. You get
The horse.
they look
That's
so
that
good
Deadpool Wolverine.
when you
You
were.
know who didn't break a nail?
Well, you ain't got nothing to break.
I told y'all niggas.
Sound like hate.
It sound like hate is funny. Nah, but yeah, I again, once they lost them, once that match ended and this was the Yamin that was on the screen.
Naomi did that too. Stop! Y'all gotta stop that.
Once I saw this and it was the Yamin at the end of the screen with the fireworks, it's a wrap for that team. I'm sorry.
It could be.
They got a story to tell.
They do. And I think that story's better without the belts, but
They don't need the belts.
They don't.
But without the belts, it don't mean because two of them have to be cool.
Two of the big three.
Yeah.
We ain't seen Jade yet. Jade's been MIA since she got.
Because I'm so sick of hearing about this lady laid out on this car.
DDM did it.
All I'm saying is,
he lives in the hate space.
No, I understand, but the thing is, this is my thing.
I'm marinating that bitch.
You are the governor.
What was it? It was on SmackDown last week where where Nick Aldis showed the tape to Bianca and Naomi, and they was like, "Oh shit, it's Liv and Raquel. We about to go to Raw and fuck them up." Like that. That was the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting where Liv had to. No,
did you do it for The Rock?
I did it to get Bianca unchained from the tag division. Absolutely.
Well, when Liv was on O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s pod, and O'Shea's homeboy asked her about the situation. She was like, "Hey, when I do dirt, I let you know I do dirt, and I ain't claim this shit at all. This ain't me."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, that's factual." So that let me look at this match from Monday night in a totally different light. Because at a certain point, somebody's got to be seen as guilty. And if it ain't Liv and if it ain't Raquel, and Bianca and Naomi ain't got no titles, let's get this WrestleMania shit going. Especially with Saturday popping off.
Is there a possibility that that's a triple threat? I kind of don't want to see that as a triple threat.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna get one. I feel like we're gonna get one match from the big three, and then one of the big three is gonna have something else going on at WrestleMania.
Sounds like a Bianca championship match to me.
We'll talk about predictions later on, but
yeah, I just am ready for Jade to come back so we can see her do 3 moves, and we can close out the storyline and we can get Bianca like back to where she's supposed to be at.
When you turn out to be wrong,
you ride for your girl. You ride for your girl, man.
I respect it. No, I respect it.
That's how you're supposed to be.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna be wrong on this one.
Okay.
Look.
You agree we wasn't wrong on the other one?
No, y'all was wrong on y'all. No. Because y'all moved the goalpost so many times.
We were very clear. We cannot.
But we're going to stay focused. We're going to stay focused on Jade Cargill and her.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We focus on this one.
She got 5 fingers of death.
Well, I mean, again, they've been saying she's been in the Performance Center since.
Okay.
They said it the last time, and they said it the time before that.
No, it's a big difference.
With Daniel Bryan.
It's a big difference.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Okay.
What's the difference?
The difference is we got the unveiling of her being with the WWE, so you had to fast track some of that shit. So there was no sort of like we saw Last Legend in the front, and then she disappeared to work on her craft, and then she came.
But she was still on TV. She was.
TV in the ring wrestling.
She was just going back and forth.
Yeah. Just leave and go on vacation. She was still very much developing the character. You was still invested in her. The issue
she was in the metaphor. She just wasn't in the ring.
Where was she before that?
She was messing with that chick.
She always had stuff going on. I'm a regular NXT watcher.
God bless y'all.
It's not about God blessing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not about hating. It's not about. It's about. This is the 3rd time, and every time we keep hearing that Ahmed Johnson is going to be this great wrestler.
When is the 3rd time? When is the 3rd time?
This would be the 2nd, right?
Because when I'm
talking about from AEW. I'm talking about the entire time I've been following her. I always hear these stories about how great it's going to be. And she's
somebody lied to you. Somebody lied to you if they were saying that about AEW. She had just started.
She was training with Bryan Danielson, and it was going to be.
But even so, she was like 2 days in. Like it was real. She was probably out there a little earlier than she really needed. To be honest with you. Would you say
she was with them? Hold on. She was with them for how long? 2 years. She was with them only for a year. 1 year?
A year?
I think it was 2. I think it was 2.
Okay.
I just feel like there are girls that have that size who are a better job in the ring. All the girls in NXT are better in the ring than Jade.
They're not the same size, and they came in through NXT. They came in through NXT. They came in through a developmental math.
The only reason why I'm going to challenge you on this is because she was in a place where the sole purpose of that whole promotion is wrestling. Is real wrestling, as y'all put it. And she came out.
You're moving the goalpost. We can't do this right now, though. We really can't. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut off, but we really can't. We cannot divert.
Right when Mimi picked the goalposts up.
Well, it's not even that, but like we're about to have a conversation about AEW not having the developmental and not being able to be the right spot for her. I think the thing is, Jade is where she needs to be in regards to trying to make her the superstar that WWE thinks she is. Yes, she's not there yet. she wasn't there yet the last year or so, clearly, based off how the matches were. It's probably why they had somebody throw her on top of a car and then have her in the Performance Center the last couple of months. I think the fact still remains, until we see Jade come back, we're gonna continue to have the same conversation. I think we need to see her come out and what that next level is going to be. My hope is that it's Friday. Surdy.
You look at like you look creepy. You look creepy.
Because he's doing the thing.
Because he's flashed up. Because he flashed up.
Flashed up is crazy.
Flashed up is the name of the episode. And we all, and again, there's a lot to, because we still got to do predictions at a certain point. I did want to make some NXT notes though. They're building up this Roadblock show at MSG next month to be crazy. Mm-hmm. They've already got nigga, don't look like that. They already got Julia and Stephanie Vaquer doing a title versus title.
I think it's stupid.
They're gonna be there for a while. That's the one thing. As good as the stuff that they do in ring, they're gonna be where they are for a while.
I think Stephanie honestly is better than Julia overall as far as the adjustment to WWE. I just feel a more organic connection from Stephanie, and Julia is still very much trying to figure it out. And I get why they put the belt on her, but honestly, I don't see it.
Julia?
I don't see it.
Talk has been that Julia's been injured. Actually, the initial rumor was that Julia's injured, so they're doing the title versus title, and that's why they're gonna take the title. But then there was another report that said, "Oh, she just kind of banged up." But there were reports of Julia being injured going into NXT.
Yeah, she had a didn't she have like some surgery or something?
There was an injury that delayed her because she was still over there in Marigold, I believe is the name of the
yeah.
She was over there, but she was injured for a bit, and then it was that. I think that's why there was a little bit of delay of her coming over.
Right.
But and I'm not saying that means anything in regards to Roadblock, but that's part of the story that's going on. They also booked Obafemi versus Muth for the NXT title. Muth finally got his he got kicked in the face by Brian Pillman's son. Shouts out to Brian Pillman's son for doing that. I like seeing that.
You know who else was on that show?
Thank you.
The Hardy Boys.
Hardy.
I love that shit. You will never be able to make me say anything bad about Matthew and Jeffrey.
Hey, what if they put the Hardys on the WrestleMania card?
And I will be already ordered their shirt.
That would be fine. I just want I just want if this doesn't work out again, I want them to be quiet. Just don't be quiet because you're happy to come back.
I hope this is
You're excited to come back. Everybody's excited to have you back.
And they got
but please be quiet when you leave.
I feel like the Hardy Boys are just like the prodigal son. They're like the boy. They're the talent that the
cousin that you always welcome back.
Right. It's like, all right, welcome back. How you doing? Did you go to your AA meeting? All right.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. That's who they are.
That's who he is. And we will love them. And
that's right.
I personally would love to see them in the Hall of Fame this year. I know it's not going to happen, but I already bought their shirt.
You got that green one, the black and green?
I did because I love them. I love them.
You gonna wear them stockings on your arms?
I got those. I got a shirt.
Go get them.
Go get them. It's crazy. Don't do that, DJ.
I'm ready.
DJ bring them to Vegas.
I am a Hardy Boys fan. If they announced, hey, we inducted the Hardy Boys in the Hall of Fame, I got to change all my outfits now because I'm getting the Hardy Boy.
You know what? That would make a lot of sense.
That makes sense
this year. That would make that might because they usually do a tag team.
Yeah. The thought. I mean, well, this is the thing. The thought initially was Demolition had signed a WWE Legends deal, so people were assuming. Yeah, recently they were assuming that was who it was going to be, but Hardy Boys just returned to, or they just made their NXT debut. They dropped that shirt. I wouldn't be surprised.
Remind me who's in the Demolition?
Axe and Smash, the Repo Man, and I don't know what.
Aren't they?
X's.
I thought they were unalive.
No.
No.
Demolition.
Hawk and Animal.
No,
They're both. They're both not here anymore. But
Yeah,
They all hate brown. All of them
actually,
probably
Mimi,
hate brown people.
Hawk and Animal were the team that Vince reportedly drew in. Like Demolition was supposed to be his Hawk and Animal until he was able to sign Legion.
Walking around in sex suits.
BDSM.
Sex suits might be the name of the episode.
It was definitely giving me that.
Sex suits and
S&M.
shoulder pads.
No, well,
that's Legion to
No,
do.
they had the leather.
they had the leather with the
Yeah,
spikes
the
on it and the mask, like the hockey mask with the.
It was BDSM. It's
It
definitely
was a hockey mask with a.
Remember the gimp from Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Yes.
The dude that was in a box. That's how they dressed.
That's what they dressed.
Okay.
Let me get some visual aids up here.
They had-
Can't pull up.
So Mimi,
Yeah,
Mimi,
the axe.
I don't know if you saw, but they were talking about the Hardy Boys were talking about how they
Shit.
I can't hear them.
I know because this nigga is singing.
It's funny.
I know it is.
I thought it was funny.
It is. We are the Axer. We are the Smasher. It's crazy when you say it out loud. When you say it out loud, it's insane.
Look at these niggas.
That's oh yes.
Look at these
Why
niggas.
did I think that they were?
Because they were fake.
Oh,
They were fake Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. This is the BDSM. Now look at that shit.
Yeah.
oh.
Hey yo, can somebody find the drawers with the spikes on them?
No,
It's at the Palomino.
it's definitely at the
Ben.
Palomino.
Vin,
That's what
find
they
the
wore.
drawers.
Like that's what remember with dodgeball when they got the wrong outfits?
Yes.
Yeah, that is it. That is it.
Here comes
Global
the
Tech.
axe and here comes the smash.
That's Global Tech.
Here comes the Axer. Here comes
Nobody makes me
Too
bleed
cold
down
beat
blood.
Hawk ass. Yeah, that's a
Yes,
shout
he
out
did.
Too
I was
Cold.
reading about that today.
Shout
Try
out
to
to
poke his
Cold.
eye out.
But no, yeah, that was who I originally thought was going to be the tag team for the Hall of Fame, but it could be.
But you remember that they just got off of that. They just got off that lawsuit.
That was because when Mimi, when you were mentioning if you didn't know if they was around or not, the one thing about Demolition was they were kind of they were some of the persona non grata because they were part of those legal WWE gave us all types of head injuries and whatnot. They were part of that. For a while.
Okay.
And I think we just got off of that. Yeah, y'all wilding in that
They had
chat
the
for
drawers
real.
with the spikes
That's this
on
nigga fault. Though.
quit today.
That's this nigga fault right here though. DJ
No,
Mustard.
yo,
down
Should have went to the
saying
KRS One show.
saying you are the Axer and you are the Smasher. Is
No, it's not. No,
insane.
it's here comes the axe and here comes the smash. Here comes the smasher is crazy. Here comes the smasher.
Here comes the smasher. When I come and grab you, make it a disaster.
This nigga done turned them niggas into JJ Fad.
Turn up.
Yo, Dap in there putting them stockings on. Look at them.
I guess before we got to get to these predictions, but a shout out Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints won his
Give her that
NXT
S,
in-ring
Rick.
debut. Him and Javon Evans, who Javon Evans stepped to Trick Williams and how soon
We didn't talk. You know what we didn't talk about last week?
Meals.
Trick Williams had a shirt on in that little promo at the end. Y'all better watch out. Something is wrong.
No, he healed now.
The earth, like remember when they was like the earth is healing during COVID and the trees was growing and stuff? That's the opposite. The earth is getting sick when Trick Williams got a goddamn shirt on. The nigga put a shirt on. Something ain't right. Javon, he gonna do something crazy, brother.
He said you gonna crash out?
Listen,
fam.
He had a shirt on.
Fam, they said, is a nigga heal? He said, nigga heal now.
Nigga heal now.
Nigga heal now. I like it. I like it.
He's in every place to get got. Me and myself is so hot. Touch my hot spot. Come on, Missy.
Hey.
Shout out Missy. I was a big Missy fan back in the day.
I just heard like Magoo in the background.
Magoo, yeah. I guess elimination.
Wait, that's not Trick. That's Trichard.
Trichard.
Nigga, what?
Trichard.
Nigga, what?
Trichard.
Trichard.
Trichard?
Okay.
Rashard Williams.
Predictions. Are we getting to the
Rashard choice?
We have to. Well, again, this Saturday.
Saturday.
Elimination Chamber, Toronto.
Yeah.
Wherever Corey, hope you all right on them streets. It's 4 matches on the card, and The Rock's gonna be there.
The Rock's yeah.
Is the tattoo like a continuation from the vest?
You ever watch Moana? Them tattoos probably talk to him.
How many logos are on this goddamn flyer?
Yo, when I saw the ramen hot and spicy, I said, "Damn."
Mm-hmm.
Ramen, of course, Netflix.
Oh shit! I didn't
Fortnite.
see the ramen hot and spicy.
They've been doing. I want to say
There's
been specific images with like Liv and Seth Rollins with the hot ramen. They've been pushing that fire walk shit. It's 4 matches on the card total. I guess we'll go from matches of least import to most. Okay. First up, let's get some predictions going.
For the title?
Wait. Yeah, matter of fact, hold up.
I don't even care.
Make sure we're clear. Elimination Chamber, Toronto, this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Title's on the line. The title's not been on the line since.
Why his eyes like that?
Bad Blood? I think it was Bad Blood. Shouts out to Lip Gloss and Ladders. They've taken over our last 2 prediction shows because WWE's only ran so many PLEs since Bad Blood.
Cheated.
So that's Greg. Damn it, Greg. So let's get these predictions underway. First up, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus taking on Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. This is a tag match. Who y'all got?
I don't care about this match.
But who you got?
The champion and Trish, yeah.
Tiffy and Trish.
I wish she would have gotten a better cowboy hat.
Damn. I'm going with Tiffy and Trish as well.
That's a cheap one.
Yeah, that's an Amazon one.
Who you got, man?
It ain't got the brown bottom on it. Mm-hmm. I'm going with the Terror Squad.
Terror Squad, gotcha. Champ?
Yeah, I'm going with the Good Girls.
That sounds like a sweep there. Next up,
Dirty Bugs.
I found
them. I found them.
In an unsanctioned match, but I don't know if it's going to happen before, during, or after the actual matches on the show.
Smitty
talked about it earlier.
Get him out of here.
Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. They probably going to wrestling outside of Sami Zayn's childhood home. Who y'all got?
Who's up in the series?
Up in their series? Hold up. Kevin Owens.
No.
You asking me like I have that information off top. I'm going to cage match to see how many times they have matches because they've been wrestling in like 15 different federations.
They were in the womb.
273 matches. Let's see how many one-on-one. Singles matches only. They've had 60 singles matches. I don't know who's won.
What?
Yeah. Most of these are actually all 60 of their matches on Cage Match are listed in WWE. I guess it's not including lists El Generico.
Well over 100.
Yeah, they gotta be. And again, that's just singles matches in WWE. It's like 60.
I'm going.
And who's winning? And who's won?
I don't know.
What's the percentage?
Miss Mimi. I'm already bad at math. There's no way I'm gonna try and sit here and compute 60 of them means from WWE.
Hit nigga Google.
Google's wrong.
Nigga Google.
So am I. You gotta go off instinct.
Nigga Google. Who is up in the KO Sami Zayn series?
Nigga, the fans.
Hold on.
Facts.
Hey Siri.
Who
is up in the series of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the WWE?
Siri don't know.
She can't compute that. She don't like natural language like that.
You didn't hear me?
She said, "I'm phony. Google and Alexa are better."
Nigga, Google is better.
But so,
Matt is right once again.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got in this match?
Kevin Owens.
Brother Mav said Kevin. I'm going Kevin as well, I think. Yeah, I'm going Kevin.
It's gonna be KO. I'm rooting for Hitman Sammy Sam though.
I understand that.
Y'all Google that later on.
Mimi, DDM.
Oh. Whether he win or lose, I'm always gonna go with Kevin Owens because I think he's doing probably the best character work in the WWE right now.
All right, Kevin Owens. You got Mimi?
And Kevin was right.
Yes, he was. Kevin was right. I want Kevin to be right, so I'm gonna go with Kevin.
There you go.
Although I feel like that's the wrong answer.
I understand that. Next up, the first of 2 Elimination Chamber matches on that show. I don't know what's open in the show, but it may be this Women's Chamber match.
Nah, I can't.
Why?
Women's Chamber can't because of if they're gonna do any of the stuff that we think they're gonna do. That stuff can't be at the beginning of the show. They want that first match usually to be. It's probably gonna be that tag team match,
maybe,
so that you can start off hot and have the crowd happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Usually that first match.
But the girls always come through,
right? But they're gonna tell a story, I believe, at the end of this match.
Maybe that may be. Last year they had the pre-show was a Kabuki Warriors tag match, and then they had the real show started with the Elimination Chamber match. So it may just depend on. Although it ended with Rhea versus Nia, but that was because it was in Perth. Anyway, it may have been a different situation.
Oh, that's right. They were over there.
Last year was when YouTube got mad at us for trying to blafty the
KO was
conference. Anyway, Roxanne Perez, Bailey, Naomi, Bianca, they ain't got them titles no more. Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss.
Bianca.
Mimi said Bianca. I've been saying Bianca as well. I'm going Bianca as well.
We get some kind of swerve. I would be surprised if they put Liv Morgan against in there.
Is that who you saying?
I'd be mad. I would be so fucking mad.
That would be right.
You want to see a bitch crash out?
They may do it. She been. What title hasn't she held?
I'm going to go with Belair.
Okay.
I hope they don't kill her WrestleMania streak if that's the case.
She's on her own.
I want it to be. I'm gonna go Bianca, but it's gonna be Alexa Bliss. Watch.
Damn.
Alexa Bliss. I want it to be Roxanne Shante, but I'm going with Alexa Bliss.
That's a smart move.
It's gonna be Alexa Bliss. Watch.
Alexa Bliss is a smart move. If there's gonna be, I don't know what this next match is gonna be, but there's one match to do like a.
I'm going Alexa Bliss.
Damn, if there's an interesting swerve, that this women's match may be the match. Fam, you're officially Alexa Bliss?
Yeah. Right. I think everybody has something going on except Alexa Bliss. Right?
Alexa Bliss is there. Yeah, she ain't even been on TV like this. She had an A match.
And then hearing that ovation at the Rumble.
She got a big ovation. You think that's enough to win the Elimination Chamber?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I want Roxanne Shante to win.
That's a small window because this would be. I guess because this would be against Rhea is the only other thing. Like,
I wouldn't want her to win it and then have to lose to Rhea. I wouldn't want that.
Alexa Bliss.
No.
Bianca Belair.
Roxanne Shante.
Roxanne Shante would beat Rhea Ripley.
No,
I don't know. I don't
you
know.
Are tripping.
You
are tripping. Yeah.
She's not there yet, and the crowd reactions ain't got her there yet.
Matt,
the whole crowd be like, "What?"
Yeah. No shade. No
Shout out
shade.
Roxy. I love Roxy.
Yeah.
No shade.
That's
If
my
you
girl.
watch Royal Rumble from this year again,
Mm-hmm.
actually, Lash and Jada Parker got a bigger pop to me than Roxanne did.
They building Roxy though. Roxy got punched in the face by that's the one thing we talk. Jordan Gray said, "Paya."
Yeah, that's the what's the name match. She's gonna be wrestling on Saturday morning in Vegas.
She's gonna have a good showing in that match.
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's great.
She's gonna show out. She's gonna show out in that. Whatever happens, Roxanne gonna show out in this match.
But WrestleMania season ain't for the real hip hop, and that's real hip hop.
Matt, I'm surprised you say Roxanne gonna win to then face Rhea Ripley and lose at WrestleMania.
No, she's gonna win at WrestleMania.
You're wilding.
She's off a whole bean at this point. Cuz off a whole bean.
Well, you say she's not gonna win the chamber, but she's gonna win an opportunity to beat Rhea at Mania?
Roxanne ain't gonna win the chamber.
Right.
Alexa Bliss is gonna win the chamber.
That's a fact.
But I'm saying my dark horse is Roxanne. I would like to see Roxanne win. And I can see her like shit is changing. So all that, this real hip hop that Cousin's saying, that shit don't exist no more, my guy.
You sure?
What you mean?
Yes.
They still gotta sell tickets, though.
Real hip hop exists.
Watch what
and it comes on TV on Wednesday.
Right. It doesn't exist over here.
Tuesday. I meant Tuesday.
What'd you say?
Okay, I'm about to say because on Wednesdays it's giving
Tuesdays is the real hip hop.
What you say, man?
It's giving what? Taryn Hall.
Town Hall. Okay.
The fact that I've seen the Royal Rumble and 2 other pay-per-views moving to Riyadh tells me that this shit is real hip hop. Or you see what I'm saying? When Cuz say, WrestleMania is not for the real hip hop niggas, that don't exist no more.
You don't think so?
No. Watch what I tell you.
Very commercial. Very.
Watch what I tell you.
I'm with you. I'm listening. I just don't know how that relates to Roxanne Perez yet.
It relates to what Cuz is saying. Cuz said real hip hop don't WrestleMania isn't about real hip hop. Because it's about the
Roxanne will be in a great place next year.
For sure. That's a fact.
For sure. Maybe by even WrestleMania, I'm not WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam indeed. Well, I would hope that regardless of whatever happens with her Elimination Chamber WrestleMania, she's officially on the main roster whenever that draft happens after whatever draft is saying happens after WrestleMania. Roxy need to be on one of the main roster shows. Period.
Let's not push everybody up so quickly.
You know what it is, fam? I don't know if
I don't do that, but Roxy is
feel like
is light years.
As opposed to like we're so off topic, as opposed to like a Lyra Valkyrie or some of these other people who have been drafted at NXT where they may not have been. They're doing the right thing of because Roxy is not Roxy for all intents. She's still NXT, but she's made enough noise in the main roster, made noise in the Rumble. Where by the time that even if it's because you figure we're about to be the beginning of March, it's be the middle end of April by the time that draft happens. I think that may be enough time. She had lost that title a minute ago. She'd been dabbling back and forth, depending on what happens on the Elimination Chamber and where that takes her into March and April. She may be primed and ready, but I think SummerSlam is. She may win that title in Jersey.
I just don't understand how they moved up those 2 girls. I don't know. So they were not ready, and even with Lara right now, she's fighting for her life. It feels like like she's fighting to stay on course because was it the 2 of them? It was 2 her and Blair Davenport, and now Blair's gone. And so I just feel like it was just way too soon. And I like what they're doing with her. They have Roxy going back and forth, and she's proving that she belongs.
She looked like she belonged right here. Yeah.
I think that's the best. That's the best transition I've seen from NXT to WWE in a very long time.
And it's still going. We're not even there yet. Like
correct.
She's getting these looks, but it's not official yet. So
slow roll and make sure there's a spot to fit in.
Because between her It's her, it's Zelina Vega, and that pixie chick, and Alexa Bliss.
We'll see.
5 foot.
5 foot assassins. Last match of the night. No more detours. Men's Elimination Chamber match, and this is gonna be a doozy. Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, and last year's Elimination Chamber winner Drew McIntyre.
This poster, everybody looks old with this.
The Photoshop looks crazy.
It's not looks. This is not looks. All of these niggas is old.
Yeah,
I don't see future
except for
Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see future. I see a bunch of old men who, they need to fix this.
John Cena looked like Hey Vern.
Right.
He always look like that.
He does.
He definitely does. You know what I mean, Vern?
CM Punk is giving that uncle who you drink beer in the backyard.
Yep.
Drew McIntyre is giving, that guy that works in like HR in a warehouse.
This nigga using hair dye to fool the hoes.
He's a sleeve.
Yeah. Damian Priest, he looked like he worked at UPS.
Hey, yo.
Does he look the most out of place here, or is that Logan Paul?
He's so
Logan Paul looks out of place because he's the youngest looking one on the flyer.
He was in the match last year. And again, I watched it. It may have just hit the Patreon today. In what may have been Bobby Lashley's last Elimination Chamber match last year, he speared Logan Paul through one of them doors. It was an amazing spot. What a great spot. What a spot.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk looks like Al Borland. He looks like
he looks the most out of place.
Word?
In my opinion.
I think it's Cena. Cena looks so like
both
I'm
of them
old.
do.
And they are primary colors on.
Them primary colors for real.
I'm happy. And to be honest,
the presidential primary.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them. But to be honest, I mean, the last words we heard, and I know it's been a point of contention of wrestling fans worldwide. Will John Cena ever be a heel? Nigga, the last words we heard from John Cena was a goddamn heel promo. I don't care what niggas say. These niggas, the game needs me. That match and that title needs me at WrestleMania, baby. Nigga, that's the most heel thing I've ever. Y'all need me, nigga.
Sidebar.
Uh-oh.
This picture also depicts that they're behind in moving up the next generation.
Right.
And it's scary.
Which is Logan Paul.
Because the people coming up, I don't feel are ready. Not saying they're not ready for this Elimination Chamber match, but to be a true WWE superstar, face of the company, like I think they're behind.
So the only thing I'll say to that though, and I don't know if you that off base with it, but I don't think this is the time of year to show the next.
No. I'm just saying for the business in its totality.
Right, but now if WrestleMania Backlash looks like this, now I think there's an issue, because now you know what I mean, like this we're in that strange period in wrestling where the all years the niggas is there every day, the 9 to 5 niggas, the LA Knights of the world don't necessarily matter as much this time of year.
True.
No,
you know
and I don't
the
think
attractions matter now.
But I don't think the LA, like when we talk outside of attraction, who could we replace in these boxes?
You could put Gunther in there instead of everybody.
to be
everybody.
To be an attraction. To say, okay, this could be an attraction. Like, he's stale right now. He could be.
That's his booking,
We
but
know.
he makes sense he would make sense in this match. He wouldn't look out of place.
Nigga, you could put who's supposed to be in there is probably
he could be in here.
Who?
Bronson Reed should be in there.
Action Bronson Reed does make sense in this match.
He should be in there, like you said.
Wait, Bronson Reed's injured though, right? Like he legit can't be there.
But we're just saying, the next wave. And I feel like this picture is giving too much weight. This is the first I guess this is the first, I have to say this is the first like full cycle ish of superstars that I can say, okay, I know this person's whole life story.
Right.
Seth Rollins, I know his whole thing. Drew McIntyre, I don't know the Nexus stuff, but I feel like I know this iteration of the whole, gamut of that. League of Nations, like all of that. So CM Punk, I can never relate to him. Priest, I can.
Chick Mag.
Punishment Martinez.
Rollins, I can.
Tyler Black when he flipped off the fat guy.
But I don't know. It feels like it's heavy. Like it feels like it's time. It's gonna be time for Seth. It's gonna be time for Drew. It's gonna be time for Roman. You see it in their faces.
Montez.
Yeah, now they're Montez. Why is let me ask you this. In this hold on. First of all, let's pick this match real quick.
We got to pick this match.
Let's pick this match really quick.
This picture just threw us off.
Figuring that at least
so much going on.
Two of these guys were in the match last year. I don't know what Cena wasn't around. Punk. Punk was injured.
Yeah,
he would have been injured from the Rumble. Seth would have been champion, and Damian would have been Judgment Day. Yeah, it's an odd field. But when you look at what they
three,
did,
throw it off. The bottom three are like
the top three, throw it off. Yeah, but if you want to talk about who Roxanne Perez, who they thinking about for the future,
right?
I mean, I think you're seeing at least two of their top three is who they have pegged for future whatever's in WWE.
Oh yeah. Who y'all got?
Yeah, we got to pick this match. I'm
going with Chick Madden.
You're going with Matt is going with CM Punk.
I like it.
I'm going with John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. Give me John Cena.
Same.
Champ says John Cena.
The F is Dapper Daniel.
Yeah, Dapper Daniel is not around. We may need to
Dapper Daniel, let us know you okay. Holler something.
Literally not in the box.
Let us know.
DDM,
who should need to know you ain't on the floor, nigga.
No, I'm going to go with
What's Priest looking at us funny?
I'm going to say CM Punk, just because he's growing on me now.
Nice one. Okay. Well, that's it.
All right. So no. What I was going to say.
Go in.
Before, because I didn't want to derail things.
No, of course.
But why is it everybody is okay with, or I'm sorry, everybody fought and clawed and was like, please don't break up the New Day. Why is everybody okay with breaking up Montez and Dawkins?
You see that? I didn't see that.
No, everybody's okay with it. Everybody
in the chat, people want Montez to be
no, not just in the chat. Like in general, niggas is like, yo, Montez need a solo run. Like that's been a narrative for since the last goddamn chamber.
It's why Jermaine wrote that piece. But I think I would again every week I see Street Profits going there, they're beating people with crutches, dressing the same Gucci high ties, beating people up. Like put them in a match with the Motor Cities and the DIYs. I don't need to see them beat people up no more outside of a sanctioned match. Let them wrestle.
I think also too part of that is because people don't view a tag team wrestling as a viable path to future greatness anymore. So I think that they want, because they see what Montez can be. And I personally like Dawkins a lot. Like, I like both of them. People shit on Dawkins, but I like Dawkins a lot. And I think he's really underrated. But I think it has a lot to do with people just do not have faith that a tag team wrestling team can be main event great level. And they just want that for Montez. And that's part of this. Partly a big part of that is WWE's fault for not really investing in tag team wrestling at all.
Mm-hmm. I 100%. I feel like Montez is looking like Jeff Hardy at this point. Whew. Remember how everybody was pushing him as the next Shawn Michaels, was what the internet said.
They was having that conversation in Philly.
If you were on the internet back at that time, that was
when it first started.
Yes, at the beginning
the
of the internet.
Internet first
way before the goddamn Mixie Boys.
ICQ.
When websites was
AOL
GeoCities.
Yeah.
Lycos.
Hot
what?
Hot Netscape Navigator face ass.
Who's Hotbox doing?
Hey yo.
See that?
Hey yo.
And then also,
I got a prescription for that.
Also, too, the roster is very packed. It's very stacked. So,
shout out.
Where do you put him?
The thing is this. Okay, y'all want Montez to be a solo star. He got it. Okay, well, now he's got to prove that he got it against Seth Rollins, Gunther, the Braun Breaker that they built in. Obafemi is waiting in the wings. Trick Williams is there. They still don't know what to do with Carmelo. So that's an indication to you right there that they don't know what to do with that style of black talent. The tag team is actually the place that he might want to stay at, because at least that is a different path and a different look. That solo stage, not saying that Montez
a lot of pressure,
but it's a lot of pressure, and they have not shown proof right now that they know what to do with black solo talent.
That's right.
Black talent in general. They recently, it's funny because they used to kind of, I don't know if it's a combination of them having, certain people in those rooms that aren't there anymore. There's a period, man, when they were using, they knew, I think Heyman had kind of had a liking for the Prophets, and these niggas were just talking. Like, they was like, just give them a microphone and let them talk. And they were doing that. And these niggas was doing Saturday Night Live skits and all that. And then it stopped.
It stopped. Well, that's Elimination Chamber.
That was around the pandemic.
Well, remember, they were big. They were early pandemic. They was them and the Yami was holding it down. Bianca, they was all like, they didn't know what they was doing on Raw, but they was holding it down. And then
niggas would wrestle the whole show. It'd be like
Apollo
tag team match. Now add a woman. Now it's a 6-person. Now have a one-on-one.
Yo, that was a weird time, bro. We was sitting on our couches just looking.
People wanted content. You couldn't go to work. You couldn't go outside.
I was going to work.
I loved it.
I was at home.
I was definitely going to work already.
I was cooking up a fucking storm, bro.
I've been home drinking ever since. That's crazy.
I was drinking every day.
Watching the clock, like,
nah.
Is it time?
It's almost 5 years.
I was crushing.
I said, okay, 2:30. Okay, 2:30 is the start times. 2:30. I used to fucking look at the clock like
noon.
Anyway, that is Elimination Chamber Toronto and some other talk. Again, that's Saturday, 7 p.m.
Push-ups and drink.
Hopefully, you got some people to have some fun responsibly with this weekend. I think that'll do it for us this week. There's a bunch of other news, but I don't think we need to get into that. And at this point,
what news?
only one question I have.
Where you going now?
Miss Mimi. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Black Wrestler of the Week?
Could you come back to me? Because I haven't thought about it.
DDM?
Why? How did I get in it? Why am I?
Now, why am I in it?
Nobody got no Black
It's
Wrestler?
your good homegirl over there.
Black Wrestler of the Week.
Damn.
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Bianca Belair for the tag match.
Talk. She showed up. She, as always. You ready, Mimi? You still thinking?
My Black Wrestler of the Week are both of them.
Bianca and Naomi?
Yeah, and Naomi, yes, because that was a great match.
Facts. Big facts. Champ?
I'm gonna go with the Irish superstar Rick O'Shea.
Rick O'Shea. He's I hope you don't have to get that robe back.
Yeah, that's it. This is my culture, and I cannot go without it, nigga. If you don't just smoke that weed and that little bang you got,
Brother,
you be alright. My culture.
you muted my brother.
I'm going with my honorary brother for the week, Brian Pillman's son, for kicking Moose in his motherfucking face.
Shout.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Movie Mike. Shout out to Movie Mike. Movie Mike won.
Yes, I saw that.
The honorary Rhodes Cup. Pardon me, the inaugural Rhodes Cup. Shout out to Movie Mike. Everybody go check him out.
Facts. Yeah, shout out Ashe. He all over a bunch of Ashe stuff from the last couple.
Them Ashe tickets drop at midnight too.
Yeah, they do for Vegas, right?
Are they doing it in Vegas?
11 a.m. I want.
Don't do that, DDM. You gotta fix your tone if you're gonna say it in public.
They got
on a Friday.
Oh no,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I always think people should buy more of that stuff.
They got women's wrestling. They got six person tag match. I want to say it's a Pan African World Diaspora match as well. But
right after the Palomino, we front row.
my Black Wrestler of the Week is Ryklon, formerly known as Ezekiel Jackson, your last ECW champion. Apparently he posted on YouTube the other day. He's getting back into shape. He about to start wrestling, y'all, and I don't know if it's gonna be Apollo, but I mean he trying to get his shit out. And hey, shout out Ryklon.
Who knew he had hair?
I don't know. That's a good question. We may have to. Ryklon, you trying to get on the Black Rasslin Pod to talk about your hair journey? Anyway, Miss Mimi.
Yeah.
Where could the people find you on them social medias?
Well, this week you couldn't find me on the Twitter's machine because Elion wanted to act stupid.
Leon Gonzalez? He swam all the way over here. Swam over here.
What y'all think that nigga doing right now?
Elliot,
I know.
He
went back to Cuba. He went back to Cuba. He's chilling in Cuba.
Word.
Yeah, he
I
went
would
back.
like to claim Elion Gonzalez so
Yo,
white people.
He's 31.
Yeah, he's old.
He swam over here now.
Yeah. He had that little nigga had everybody worrying about him, feeling bad. I was crying like, no, don't send him back to the country.
Ooh, that's a good one, man. That's a very good one.
He went back. And
he became an engineer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lit.
In his country.
Yeah, and then he went back.
Nigga was designing the flyest of doors that across the goddamn Atlantic.
DDM, where can people find you on them socials?
You didn't know who I was?
On Instagram, Dapper Damitis. Blue Sky, Dapper Damitis. Everybody Dapper Damitis.
Shout out. Champ.
Y'all know the goddamn song. You know what I mean? Fab 79 on your social media choice.
Facts. Brother Matthew.
Yo, what would possess a nigga to just get on the door and like, yo, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
The struggle, yo.
Wherever you leaving.
Yeah, this shit is real.
I've got to get out of here.
Everything
Ain't no
is real.
way.
Shit is
no
real.
way.
Where that door at?
Wait.
He said,
like a wave board.
Nigga floating up through that. Yeah.
Just get
hours. Just hours of floating. Just
wildin'. Shout out to him. He made it. Nigga, we made it. Nah, man. Mustard. Anyway, if you in BlurCon next weekend,
yes,
March 8th, 2025 in VA, blurcon.com. Get your information. We got a panel going on Saturday, 5:30 p.m. talking about your tribes, holla at us. Squad's gonna be there. More info on that soon. It's your boy Cal, at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin, wherever Black Rasslin is on social medias. BlackRasslin.com is a website. As always, you can find Black Rasslin at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Black Rasslin should be there. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin every Thursday, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're giving you 5 mics of podcast and excellence. And also patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Pay that $1, pay that $10 to get all the stuff that we can't throw up on here because copyright is crazy. Pay that $11. Me and Mimi watched WWE LFG the other day. Again, I watched Elimination Chamber. I made a mixtape. It's dropping tomorrow. I'm probably gonna watch the new episode of Could Have Been Love at some point. That just dropped not too long. That dropped tonight. It dropped tonight. That's how they do.
We gotta come watch that. Come watch that.
Elian Gonzalez it earned an engineering degree, worked as an industrial engineer. In 2023, he was elected to the National Assembly of People's Power representing Cardenas, Cuba.
He's the real deal.
Yeah.
Off from that door. Shout out Elian. No, that's some real shit. That's that struggle is real shit. Get it out the mud. Hopefully y'all have somebody fun to watch Elimination Chamber with this Saturday. We'll talk about that and more next week. Peace to Marty McFlyerThanU for coming through and educating everybody on how to make music right. I don't know what we're doing else next week, but we're gonna be here. You know how the vibe is. DDM, please take us out.
All my niggas in the whole wide world, doom. All my niggas in the whole wide world, being everything the same is time for us. This shit is for